92, 93, the seniors were in trouble financially, and everyone was rubbing their hands, you know, because being the oldest club around anywhere in amateur league, let alone the Port, people were like, oh good, they're gone. And just last year when we were struggling with the seniors, not so much the juniors, we finally got the juniors online, I got a phone call from Channel 7 and they said, I wouldn't mind doing an interview with you, we've heard that Rosewater's closed. And them being a 100-year club, that's news, we want to make a story out of it. And I said, no, we're not close. I said, we're going stronger. I said, I'm happy to do an interview, let's do a good news story and say that Rosewater's, we're back, they're not going. And he's like, oh no, we're not really interested in that. They just wanted a bad news story, you know. So there's always been that thing. But that is what happened. The juniors weren't there, and so where were the seniors going to get their next group of kids? They weren't going to get them. And while the seniors weren't there for that 2 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years down the track, it started hurting the seniors because they had no one to come through. So now we've got half of the 16s. Next year we'll have our own 16s, and that'll be a feeder. You know, and we've already got kids now, especially the under 12s, which is playing now. They're the ones that came from the under 8s, and this is what the program's really about. It's about, because my son's in that team, so it's a bit selfish, but to get them somewhere to go. So next year half of that team will be under 14s, whereas 3 or 4 years ago there wasn't under 14s for them to go to. So now the under 12s especially, and some of the under 14s are talking about playing seniors. I can't wait till I'm playing seniors at Rosewater, you know. So already that's helping the seniors.
And of course Chappie in his interviews has talked to several times about that sort of Rosewater spirit that's got to be engendered through the juniors. This is very important to what's happening with the seniors.
Elite, Rumbles, this is the only ones that I remember. But I don't really remember them playing because when they were juniors I was playing seniors, so I didn't really remember them. But Lancey Billett is another one.
The best players though.
Yeah, and they're the ones that talk and hardest at the ball. You know, those guys, and they're the ones that play juniors with Rosewater. So the young fellas here have got the Rosewater spirit, they know, because the people that are coaching and that are Rosewater people, and they're like, you're a bulldog man, you know, you've got to get in there hard and be a bulldog, you know. So they do play good, hard, tough footy for kids, and when you watch the games, you know, it's a good little game. So hopefully the spirit will be starting flowing through them, like I say, and then by the time that they're seniors, then the club will be 120 years old, and they'll be like, man, I'm playing for a 120-year-old club, you know. And if you can get just that feeling into them, that man, this club's been around, you know, forever.
What year was it founded?
Well, no one knows.
No one knows.
No one knows. We only go by photos. There's a photo of 1889 or something that I've seen. That's the latest I've seen. The one before that was 1902. That's a 1921. 1902 was the earliest I saw, and it was like, well man, it's 2008, so we're at least 106 years old. You know, at least going by this photo. But those photos in the bar, I think there's one 1889.
And you got Melbourne has just celebrated their 100th year. Rosewater's older.
So it's one of the oldest clubs anywhere. And when I was trying to research it, I'm not real fast at researching, but when I was trying to research it, I rang the State Library and everything to go through their newspapers and everything. And they said there is one here, and it's really old, maybe 1889, around there. That's might be what I have in my head. Of a football game at Rosewater, but it doesn't say 2 teams. There was just a football game at Rosewater, and it was like, man, you know, you couldn't fathom how old it is.
Football in the area.
I mean, this club's older than Amateur League. Amateur League wasn't around when they were playing in the Port Christian League or something. You know, so it's been around before Amateur League. That's why Amateur League records don't show how old it is. They're like, oh, in its current form, which was the red, white and blue. I mean, it's gone through a few Guernseys, obviously, you know. That one looks like an old Port Guernsey or something, you know. So it's gone through a few Guernseys. So in its current bulldog form, I suppose it's only 60 years old, maybe, you know. But as the Rosewater Football Club, you know.